All right, welcome everybody to a live trading session with Crypto Crush. We got Amir Isaacs in the house. The man running the whole show. I think I'm gonna give him the nickname the Commander, man. He's running the whole operation, right?
Just making sure everything TikTok some Crypto Crush, man. We've got a lot of value, a lot of products, a lot of live calls. There's so much content, and we want to make sure that we deliver it properly.
And he's the man making sure we're going to deliver it properly. Now, also on the call is the technician, the 17-year-old prodigy, Judah. What's up, man? No school today? Or are you done with school?
I'm done. I just finished.
You got a vacation this week, too.
Great.
Now, before we start, he came in. I picked him up at school, and he's talking about a trade he's in.
Yeah.
So can you tell me about this trade you went into today? And you want to
share?
Yeah, I had like some hours in between school, so I went to the gym. And I was like, okay, the trend seems to be we make lower highs each time. And I was like, okay, this seems to be like a lower high again. And if the pattern is correct, and the trend is your friend, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna short. It turned out to be a nice trade, but I just closed 10 minutes ago, but I should not have done that. I was
like
35%.
All right, first of all, let's acknowledge the pros. Amir, in between classes, he's going to the gym, right? He's working out, right? I mean, we got friends. This is the lifestyle, right?
That's what I was thinking.
This is a lifestyle, friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle, yeah. But so that's great. You recognize the pattern. That's great.
Yeah.
Here's the negative. How did you make the trade on your phone?
Yeah. I would not recommend that. On the phone.
Fred.
I know what I'm doing.
But you don't work out and do trading. Come on. How does your workout look like?
Okay, listen. He just said I don't recommend you do it, right, Fred? In other words, do what I say, not what I do. Never friends while you're in the gym, in a sauna, exercising with your spouse in an intimate moment. You do not trade on the phone. But Judah, like you said, you're a pro, which it's driving a car. When you first driving a car, you got your hands like this, right? And then, but within a year, yeah, exactly. You're on the phone, eating, putting makeup on, and passing someone. Exactly. Yeah. So don't do that. You want to share your screen, show us the trade you took?
I think I need to be host for that.
Or
first.
Yeah, can you let him make him?
No, you're host. You can go.
You can share.
You can go ahead.
But this is a lifestyle. Amir and I were talking about like vision casting the future and like what would it be like if we took the profits from what we're doing here and opened up like kickboxing gyms for people who don't have parents, people who are displaced from war or something.
Or anyone that sometimes parents like don't know how to target the kids right properly, and if they had like somebody tell them, listen, I'm here, we got you from now on, this and this hours he's here in the gym doing. So yeah, that would be great. And if we can take this internet money that we're generating and make it into practical stuff and change the world into somewhere better, that's always a good concept.
All right, show me where you were. Where'd you take the trade?
Yeah, so I was seeing this pattern here. This is the 4 hours, so every candle is 4 hours of price action. And I just saw these lows, these highs, getting lower and lower and lower.
Then you saw that big wick. Did that big wick give you some indications?
This big wick? Yeah.
Not this one, the one before.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of sell pressure. So people are really defending that level. It's highly defended. But I saw, okay, every time we make a high, we go lower again. Make a high, we go lower again.
Can you mark them off? Can you mark them off like steps? I see them, but people may not be able to see them.
Yeah.
If you can mark them off, just show them.
There's a high,
lower high, lower high, lower high. You see their steps, lower high. So he sees a pattern. Also on the bottom, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low.
So yeah, this is considered a downtrend.
Right, so I love it because I'm going to talk about this. I just showed this to Amir before you came on. I'm going to talk about it from a different point of view. I saw the same thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I just saw the highs are getting lower each time and the lows are getting lower each time. So when I saw this high coming in, I was like, oh, I know this pattern because this has been happening for, I don't know, weeks already, or at least a week almost already. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna short. And of course, with good risk management, I did put my stop loss above this high right here, because it's very hard if you put your stop loss above a high, like the pattern needs to break for you to get liquidated. And
Exactly,
the trend
because
is
we
your
just
friend,
said
so the trend, it's not gonna be easy. So you want to make your stop loss as hard as possible to get hit. So I
so
put
guys,
my stop loss above the trend.
that's very important, friends, because we know that the highs are becoming lower. So they become lower, they become lower. So Judah says, I put my stop loss above a high because the trend is that it is good. The next high is going to be lower.
Yeah.
So if it breaks that, that's a bad
Shouldn't be
sign.
there. It shouldn't be there.
So good job, man. Very well done. Very well done.
So yeah, so if this trend continues, which I think it will, we're probably gonna see like a new low coming in anytime soon. So it's also interesting.
When you say anytime soon, what's the top? What do you talk about? Is that like in a minute, in the next
Yeah,
day,
well,
in the next
anytime
week?
soon. We're looking at the 4-hour time frame. So I would expect between 8 and 12 hours, something like that.
You expect a new low in the next 8 to 12 hours.
Yeah, because if you look at this one right here, this one was in the same 4 hours. This one was 1, 8, 4, or wait, 4, 8, 12. Well, maybe a little bit longer. If I look, this was 8. This was 12 hours. This was about.
So 12, you know.
It was about 12 hours, I think.
All right, now, I listen. This is very good, but I'm gonna give the opposite point of view. In the end, I think I agree with you. But here's another thing that we have to consider. Maybe you could speak into that. Is that we are at a very, very strong support going back all the way to the spring of 2025.
Yeah.
So this 67,218, this 67,200 is a very, very strong. So if we're going to break it, it's really going to have a lot of momentum. But having said that, yesterday you showed Amir and I the heat map where there's money sitting above. So do you still think the trend today, just for today, Friday,
Is the heat map showing the same thing today?
What's the heat map showing? What's the heat map showing?
Yeah, I did not check the heat map.
Let's see, maybe people canceled orders, you know? Because if people cancel the orders, we will see that, right?
We would, but it's usually stop losses, right? So remember,
right? So
there's all these stop losses hanging.
Right. It's the opposite.
It's not really loading right now.
And gold is kind of making some shooting up today. So let's see how the weekend closes.
But I think if you also at the 4-hour time frame, if you put get the Fibonacci tool from the low to the high, right here at 72,000.
Yeah.
Then I think this could be also an interesting setup for people to take, with of course good risk management. Because look at this, we're going down. Like this is not a really healthy looking price action. So I think maybe we grab the liquidity right here and then get a quick bounce to stop these people out. Liquidity is taken, the liquidity is out of the market, and then we can maybe form like a double top and then go lower. Eventually, I think we're going lower because we're in a bear market. We're going lower 100%.
Dude, I want to show my chart because I want to show exactly what I saw, but I'm going to intentionally show a different avenue. So here's the hourly. All right, or do you want me to do the 4-hour? You're on the 4-hour. So here's the 4-hour. So look, you see, I've already made. By the way, this last week we said this right at this point, it's either going to go up or down. It did both. But watch this. Here's that channel you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Right. Let me make a different color. Hold on. Let me make it. I don't know, orange, and I'll make it thick.
And this is also what you just said, like it did both. If you're out there and you're making these trades manually and you took a buy and a sell with small lot or whatever it is, you could have been in profit in both cases, right? So
but
that's why like using small
we're gonna go in there.
Risk management.
Yeah, usually the way we trade is we trade swing for the long, but inside you can make trades within the trades. So, but we're not there yet. Let me delete this thing. Look at this. Let me make it a little smaller here. And I want to show you, here's a channel. This is a channel, right? And it looks like, this is the downtrend you were talking about. Lower lows, right? Same thing you were talking about. If you see here on the hourly, it tried to break this channel, right? Here's the retest. And I'll tell you what, this is I'm going to argue just for the sake of argument. And I think it could play out this way. But look, it went through. If this thing retests and lands on the market open, it lands above this green, it's going to go to 72,000. Like, just put a long order in. But here's the deal. If this fails to come out of this channel, then we are going to go way down. We're going down. I mean, we're going down, man. We will hit. We're going to take this wick out. So you're going to hit 60. So here's the plan. If it does what Judah says and it doesn't break out of this channel, if it comes back in the channel, right, which right now, honestly, it looks like it could. Here's the hourly. Here's the channel, right? It broke out, retest, came down. Market opens 25-minute. If it comes and retests, it takes off. But if it doesn't, if it comes down, 60,000, that's my play. I agree with you then. We're shorting the 60K. This thing right now is trying to come back and reclaim this green top of the channel. And then we got wide open field. I actually, people asking me since our analysis, should I sell Bitcoin? Should I sell Bitcoin? If you're someone thinking about selling Bitcoin, you may want to wait until the end of the day today. Maybe not advice, but it's a Friday, right? We have a lot of volume coming in. The markets are opening. We're going to talk about another big thing that Amir, this is Amir's specialty. We're going to talk about the war that's coming this weekend.
Yeah.
We have like a watch party. The war is coming, friends.
Yeah, I don't know how people are reacting to that. Like, in terms of markets.
There is.
I don't know how the gap. I wonder what's the gap on the price of gold between tonight and then when the market opens in 3 days from now.
It's going to be insane, and which is why I like trading everything on MEXC. But Judah, I agree with you. I think there's a strong chance it doesn't break out of that channel and it goes down because that's a trend. But let's not forget, like you said today and yesterday, institutions are trying to destroy the retail trader. That's us. So they know the stop losses, like you mentioned, the stop losses are above those marks. They'll do a short squeeze, take it all out, and then it comes back down. Right?
I don't think they want to make it that easy for them just to short and just make money all the time. Like,
agreed.
You gotta have some type of liquidation wick out there just to screw.
No, like you said, there's got to be a consequence.
This is just theories.
Yeah.
So, Amir, show us what do you got for gold, man?
Man, gold is taking new all-time highs. I think it's gonna if the war will happen this weekend, I'm sure that we are going to start seeing new all-time highs soon enough. You see, it's like today there's some buying pressure, but not too much of a buying pressure. Let me do some share screen.
Yeah, I'm going to share some screen on what we think is good to invest in during war, but we'll do that after you do your gold. Gold is certainly one of them, but I'm going to show you an alternative to gold. By the way, I'm not for war. If you've been in war or you've seen war, you know the last thing you want is a freaking war.
Yeah.
Amir and I have both been in the middle of war, and we will tell you, you do not want to be in a war. But
it's just horrible when things start falling from the sky. It's just horrible.
Oh no, but it's insane. The ground underneath you starts disappearing.
It's like they said if I pay tax, it's not supposed to happen.
All right, so here we go. This is a real interesting spike.
So exactly. So there is some buying pressure here when we're looking at at gold, especially with the news and everything, right? So there is a lot of buying pressure, generally speaking, on gold. But as you can see, the SMA is not really for it wants to go up, but it's actually kind of stable at this time. So maybe it's because the weekend is coming, right? Maybe because the weekend is coming, so we're not seeing that heavy buy pressure. But I definitely believe that depending on what's going to happen this weekend, next week, we might open up at we might, like, I think that easily we can go back to these levels, to the 5,100, even higher highs, and possibly even, you know, surpass these numbers, right? I'm not sure if it will happen in this kind of a short term, but when we're looking at the short term, like next week, I think we're gonna start going back to these levels if this weekend goes as they're talking about it. Trump looks a little bit hesitant. I think we're gonna stay on these channels that we are right now unless something major happens in the news. If not, I'm just gonna continue trading. Just gonna continue trading sideways on this channel, right? Because we do see a channel here. If we're looking at the hourly right now, we do have some kind of a resistance here. So I'm waiting for it to see if it's not breaking it. I'm gonna continue doing shorts and bounce between that 4,800, 4,000 right here. This is where I've been. That's why I had this channel right before we started that I deleted. I was just doing this all week long. I was just in between these channels doing sells and buys and just enjoying my time here. But if the news goes out as it is and war does come, then I'm gonna hold off. And today, generally speaking, from here on out, I just took up my hands off of gold because the market does close up, and I don't want to stay with my buy orders over the weekend, because then you pay commissions and stuff like that. So Fridays, I just like to have my hands off of the gold and wait for next week, wait for the news to come in. But definitely, I'm looking for buy areas when it comes to gold.
I agree. I think gold in time of war and panic, and we're not for war, but we got to be smart, right? If you know a tornado's coming, pretending it's not going to come doesn't help, right?
I read today that Trump is like really hesitant to do it, but that's exactly what they did here. They always try to, like, on the media, they tried to make it sound like nothing is happening, and then the next thing we knew, boom, 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 Israel is like attacking the seven fronts, right? So,
yeah,
let's see.
So here, this is something interesting. This is oil on the 4 hour. I like oil. You see this uptick because there was a rumor that Trump is going to do it this weekend. So you see it kicked in. That rumor kicked in. You can trade oil leveraged, right? You can go as much as 20x leverage on oil on MEXC, 0 fees.
People, I think what people who are watching this, like, oil and gold are assets that are very attractive in these times, because you don't know what's happening next. So you know that for sure that if I have a gold in my pocket, it's valuable, right? If I have a barrel of oil, it's going to have value to it, right? If something happens to this world. So in times like these kind of assets are very attractive.
Absolutely, and let's not forget.
People go crazy. I don't know who's watching this, but you'll see the supermarkets, everything goes crazy. People buy toilet paper. Remember?
Yeah, they go nuts. They go nuts. I know.
Remember the pandemic?
Yeah, they went nuts. Yeah, but which is hilarious, because in a war and a pandemic, the last thing you should be worried about is toilet paper. How about water? How about food?
Remember, you couldn't find toilet papers in the
supermarket. Really? Dude, after 2 years, you'll get over it. Like, in India, they use their hand. Like, get over it, man. Like, it's not
so funny.
Come on.
So funny.
No, but listen, if Iran, even though we just took the Venezuelan oil, I probably shouldn't say that, but I did. Who cares? Right? I am an entertainer, not a
theoretically.
I'm an entertainer, right? So I'm entertaining, but Iran, it still creates a problem globally for oil. If Iran shuts down that strait and oil and ships cannot move, if they decide to mine the Persian, if they decide to mine the Gulf, right, mine the Straits, then you can't have oil tankers coming in and out. And that doesn't just create a problem for America, it creates a problem globally.
Worldwide.
So
it's a big, big problem.
Exactly. So that means oil shortage. What happens with the shortage? That everybody starts buying. So you could see this thing spike at the time it goes to war to 100. I'm not exaggerating. You could see it spike to 100 very easily. Now, remember, it's probably going to come down very quickly, right? Because they'll figure it out. But I like the idea of making a play for gold. You have to watch it, though. Also, you had mentioned paying fees over the weekend. Most of the time you will. If you look here on MEXC, zero fees. They don't charge you
swap. They don't charge you swap over the weekend?
No, they zero fees on the trade. Zero for metals. So if you're interested, look at, and gold is look at this candle, dude. Look at this thing. I'm telling you, gold is making a run.
You can easily see the 5,200 again easily.
Oh yeah, and if war actually does happen, you can really see it spike. You know, maybe even to 6K. Ultimately, that's where it's going to go if this keeps going. So oil, gold, very, very good plays, man.
I remember there was a trade on gold that was once, and the huge candle came and rockets were above me, and I was like, trade.
Buy gold! Money! He's screaming to his wife, buy! Click the buy button!
The bunker. I'm like, losing my money.
Get inside the bunker. Forget the bunker. I'm trying to buy some gold, man.
Who cares about the bunker?
No, but like that's why I love that you're there in the Middle East. If it goes down, you're gonna
occupies your mind. So
no, yeah, but before I get the news on Fox, I got Amir calling, "Hey, I'm getting bombed." I'm immediately at MEXC buying gold and oil. Right?
Where are you?
I'm buying it already. But no, we're making light of it. But it's only because there's nothing much else to do. God says worrying is a waste of time, so don't worry. Yeah. So if we're not supposed to worry, train. Like Judah went in between the gym, right? He trained. Now, some other announcements that we want to make: 7-day challenge, friends. 7-day challenge. Click the link below. Get started, and we're we guarantee after 7 days you will be inside. You will be in crypto investment. And it will be.
And this is just basically for anyone who's been on this call and wants to know more, because we want you eventually to understand the gibberish that we're talking here on these calls and how to read these candles and how to do these things. And one day not to, to be able to do this on your own. And what we've done is basically we've taken our knowledge, our experience, and basically put it into a very practical 7-day challenge where you can take your time. If you want to finish it in 3 days, you can go ahead and do that. But you can actually take your time day by day, watch the videos that we created for you that we put a lot of time into this one, Steven, right?
We did. And it's not trading, right? What we're doing is, if you're new to this, we don't expect you to learn trading like my son Judah or Amir or I know it. But like you gotta be brain dead. Not to know that crypto digital assets is where you should be investing, but you don't know how to do it. You're stressed out. It's scary. There's scams. We have a program that we guarantee we could set you up in, and you get a weekly return. And that for us is a great way to start. And in the meantime, you watch us, get some entertainment from us. Before we go, Judah, you want to take a look at Solana? Is that still a good buy?
Yeah, I will check.
Solana is a very interesting play also, friends.
But
Solana,
first, I think
he drew this out yesterday. It's playing out now.
Well, this is a Bitcoin. Well, you remember we got that wick right to the 60s?
Yes.
So usually it always hits the Fibonacci, right? Before it really takes off. So I think this could be a great setup. You wait, because we're still on a downtrend right now. You wait till we hit the Fibonacci golden pocket, and then wait till the wick comes, and then you can potentially long and put your stop loss under the low, and then it can be like a nice 6-to-1 risk reward ratio to the 72,000 area. Why the 72,000? Because there's millions of liquidations there. Millions of people will be liquidated if the price goes there. So I think that's a setup you can take, of course, with good risk management. That's a setup. So let's look at Solana. Whoa. Yeah, it's still basically the same as yesterday. It's just ranging a little bit.
Solana eventually will drop down, but eventually, in my opinion, will be a very strong coin.
Yeah, 100%.
Unless something weird
Solana,
entirely comes out there and like they get banned by all the whatever, and
yeah,
they've been
Solana is
funding
one of my
terror and whatever. So
yeah, I love Solana. I really Solana is one of my like I'm gonna buy I think Bitcoin, and then second is gonna be Solana, and of course Feldcoin. It's gonna be good.
Feldcoin, VELT, awesome. Staking's coming out, but we'll talk about that later. Can you go back to that chart, because it's that this is a phenomenal buy. If you realize that Solana hit 295, it's now trading at 85.53, right? You're getting it 66% off.
Yeah.
So
it's a great deal already.
It's a great deal no matter what. It may go lower, but it's a great deal no matter what. This is 66% off. Solana's phenomenal. Yeah. There's a lot of chat about XRP. I hate that token. Yeah, I absolutely hate it. But can you show XRP so we can just destroy all their narratives? I'm so tired of those XRP people, by the way. Every week it's gonna take off.
Well, it has its moments, right? Like this was crazy though. But then here we got a double top.
But that was 2 years ago, dude.
Yeah,
that was 2 years ago.
I know. But this is here. Double top and then it's dead. I don't like it. But still, we exactly bounced from this previous resistance level.
Wait, Amir, can I tell you something? Friends, all you watching, you see that triangle was there from 2024 when he started trading.
2021 it started.
But he made that triangle 2 years ago, and we took that bottom right there. So I want you to know, he knows what he's doing. He set the triangle up, and he said it's going to go long. And now what he's saying, is it a good buy right now, you think?
Well, look at this. This is like 4 months. 1 month, 2 months, 3, 4. 4 months in a row, we cannot close a monthly candle above this level. And right now we're getting a bounce from it. So the TA looks pretty good. But of course, if Bitcoin dumps, then every altcoin follows. That's just how it goes. Altcoins follow Bitcoin. So yeah, I think it goes lower. But in the long term, but in the short term, I think we might see a little bounce here.
I still like Solana better.
Yeah, me too.
Their XRP is so wrapped up in the SEC. It's a real political court case now.
Yeah. Right? In my opinion, XRP is just a good asset to maybe hold on if some kind of a miracle happens to them and they get,
But also that triangle that was
pull out a joker.
That was like 4 years of price action. That was just a triangle. Like nothing even happened. And then once that triangle broke, of course you get that explosion. But it was 4 years of almost nothing. So I don't know. I like this chart way better. I think you could potentially buy Solana already now. And in like 3 years, you will be in profit. You can buy on spot. But I think it goes even lower. I think probably 40s, maybe even 30s for Solana.
I agree.
The next bull run, Solana is probably going to hit like around 350 at least. Maybe even higher.
I agree. And it's all about patience. We're not timing the market, but it's patience. This thing I think is going to go lower, especially now. So we're going to start accumulating in the summer. Actually, this summer we may start. The following summer, in the spring, from the spring, maybe June, July. Definitely start going heavy in August. All the profits that we've made from Veltrixa, from the staking, from little trades, we are going to start moving it into big positions with Bitcoin and Solana. As Judah said, that is our plan. August 2027, we are coming out of Veltrixa, all profits, whatever we can, and we are moving back into coin. Does that mean there's something wrong with Veltrixa? No, It just means, in our opinion, there's a greater opportunity coming back into the beginning of the bull run. Could you stay in Viltrixa and continue getting your weekly returns? Absolutely. Our plan is not that. Our plan is to start coming out heavily at that time frame. And again, it's not a knock on Viltrixa. I think Viltrixa, it doesn't hit its peak until 5 years. Amir can maybe speak to that. I think it's got 5 years till its peak. We're going to come out a little bit before that because I want to.
I'll tell you what. The way I work with these like all these companies and products that we want to bring into Crypto Crush all the time, is not only we check that they have the utility and that they have the licensing and blah blah blah, that we can bring them on to the platform and to our community. We also want to see the ethics, like see how the people are working there. See if the people, like if the answers that we're asking are getting the proper answers. If me and Steven did meet with the owners, we saw a working habit, we saw the people, the operation, everything looks nice, everything looks clean, and that's why we wanted to bring it also here. We've got Viltrixa that is doing a great job. As Steven said, hopefully we'll start seeing the staking program really kicking in hard. We've been really looking forward to it. And yeah, we're really looking forward to that.
And we have a meeting this coming week with Viltrix about the staking. That doesn't mean it's coming out. It's just that they've sent Amir and myself a new pitch deck, right? We both have a new deck explaining the staking. And before we bring it to the community, like Amir said, our number one priority is to make sure the product is vetted and working properly. So next week they present to us kind of their staking, and if everything's working the way it's supposed to be working, then of course you will be the first to know from us. Judah, you're in Viltrix. How do you like it?
Yeah, it's great. I just get a monthly, actually weekly return, and then just reinvest in compound. It's great. It's easier than trading, I think, because you don't have to do anything for it.
No, and that's what the 7-day challenge is about. You want to get into crypto, but you don't want to do these charts. You look at these charts, you're getting a heart attack, like your palms are getting sweaty, you're losing your hair.
That's why I like these automations. You can have them on the side, still come here and not have that feeling that you're missing out.
Exactly. Right? Yes.
You can say, okay, I got Viltrixa working for me. I got whatever product I had with Crypto Crush working for me. And I can just chill here and watch this wonderful father and son time discussing and talking about cryptocurrency. And you know what? I might open even a demo account somewhere. I might see if it actually happens, or I just chart it out, practice my charting while they're doing their thing.
Exactly.
Just practice over time, because repetition makes it. That's
exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. That's exactly what you should do. Like Amir said, you get into Viltrixa, and you come on these calls, and you learn the language. You learn how we look at things, how we filter out the news.
Maybe you don't agree with us. Maybe you read something online. That's the beauty of this.
Yeah. If you look at our videos historically, we've been correct though. That's not bragging. That is all glory to God. All glory to God, right? That's it. All glory to God. But historically, we've been on the money. That doesn't mean we're going to make every decision correct. But we go through this carefully, right, Judah? We look through.
Yeah.
All three of us are on the charts hours a day. We are on the news. We are listening.
But what price do you expect for Veld when the staking kicks in, like at its peak?
Okay.
I don't know.
Can I tell them what the ownership told me?
Yeah.
Okay. So ownership told me. I was on a call with them. This was in January, and looking through the charts, looking through historically. Once the staking starts, you're looking at a 10x of Feld token in the first 3 months. And that's lowballing it. What makes it interesting is this staking program, every time someone stakes, a portion of Feld tokens are vaporized, just liquidated, which creates scarcity, which increases the value of the token instantly. You put together with it, it's the only way you can get on their AI trading platform and the gaming that's coming out. This is very, very nice. So I think once the staking starts, according to ownership, their goal is a 10x. Is that guaranteed? Of course not. It can go to 0. But if we look historically at these charts, and you've done that too, Judah, you've looked at token open. Some of them go 75x.
Yeah,
100x.
It's crazy.
So if we're saying 10x, we're really lowballing it. We don't want to overpromise. Right?
But still, a 10x is great.
A 10x is insane.
It's just amazing.
It's insane. And we're gonna show you what we're gonna do is actually we'll create a 3-day staking challenge to get everybody in. But before you participate in that, you got to do the 7-day challenge. So click the link below, enroll in the 7-day challenge, get yourself a free exchange account.
Get yourself started. Start touching it with your hands and learn. That's how you learn. You just got to grab it.
Exactly. That's how you learn. You can shadow box, and then you can box. And I'll tell you what, getting in the ring is a whole nother story. A whole nother story.
Moving object is a whole different thing than moving so non-moving object, right?
And our promise is that we are here with you. We are here with you. We're not going anywhere. We are here for the long haul. For me, y'all know me. I am called to this. I take my work very seriously. I look at it as a holy thing that God's called me to do. So anyway, I don't think we have anything. Market's open in 2 minutes. I'm not going to trade the market. Not today. I think it's too volatile for me. And Judah took a trade today. He may take another one. I think it's too volatile. I'm sitting out, and I want to see how the weekend shakes out. By the way, starting effectively this weekend, no more Saturdays, friends. So if you're trying to book a call with me in my Calendly, Saturdays are now my Shabbat days. We are taking the day off.
The Jews are controlling the world.
That old guy.
That's how it starts.
That never ends. No, listen. I got to pick a day, and for me, I chose Mondays. That's the way it was working. I'm now choosing Saturdays. I told my son today, we're not working Saturdays anymore. Not doing homework anymore. Maybe going to, ride some motorcycles in the woods or something like that. That's cool. Make some fires, right? But we're not working, so you can't get me on a Saturday. You probably won't get me on a Sunday either. Maybe Sunday afternoon for some of you folks. But I will open up Mondays for you guys. And our commitment is we're going to start trading Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The market opens pretty much from 3 to 4 p.m. our time, or 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern.
Gold opens up before. So gold opens up at Sunday
evening. Sunday evening. Market's open.
What time is it on your side when it opens up? 10 p.m. somewhere.
Like 11 or something like that. I start seeing real activity around 8 p.m. I see volume come in. I see institutions starting to get their positions ready. So Sunday evenings, you'll see a lot of movement coming in. Usually 1 a.m. my time, it really starts going. But so no Saturdays if you're trying to book a call with me, but I'll open up Mondays for you guys. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's what we're going to do. It may not be a full hour. It might be 10 minutes, might be 30 minutes, might be 4 hours. I don't know. But we're going to go live. And Judah's going to be on there as often as possible, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And Crypto Mom will pop in whatever she can. But Amir, the captain, is going to make sure that the ship is rolling and moving in the right direction. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there. And don't be afraid of the war. Don't be afraid of the war. Our God is bigger. God bless you. Have a wonderful.
Sir.